They paid tithes. They never paid tithes with money. We paid tithes with food, with crop. This is what they paid. We use it sometimes as a principle now. Tithe means 10. Mm-hmm. Isn't that right? We use it as a principle now when we give what we give to the church. People said, let every man give as he prosper. That's how I give. I get a dollar. I give God at least a dime. I'm gonna step I can at least give him more than 10. Jacob in the 28th chapter of the book of Genesis, he said the Lord bring him back into his father's house and all these things happen to him. He said, now I pay God a tenth of all. Not of his car. He said, everything I get. That's right. Jacob, whose name was later changed to Yisrael, which meant literally a prince, and we'll call the children of who? Israel. I'm going to do like my father.
Amen. That's right.
I'm just following dad. Isn't that right? This man found favor in God, and God blessed the whole nation through this man. Isn't that right? And he gave God a tenth of everything he had. Surely I can give God a tenth of my money. Amen. At the least.
Amen. I
just throw that in. I don't start. That's a good one, I tell you. That's a good one. I can't fight with it. I let him hit who he get, don't I?
Amen. Right.
But see, here he was trying to tell the people how they paid tithe. Because see, a lot of times these things right here are key things. It takes money to run a church and do whatever we do and do the thing that need to be done. The crops and these things would take, they would give it to the poor, the widows, and they would take care of the priests. All these things had to be done. But now he coming to get these people because of something. He said, now, you pay tithes of anise and what else is called?
Cumin.
And who else?
Mint.
Who hollered at me? Come in for a minute, right quick. Excuse me, we got to take a commercial break. Was anybody talking to you today? I'm just trying to see what you were reading up the other night.
I thought you were talking to the entire congregation. Anyone that might have to answer.
Everybody but you, okay? I'm going to hug you. Other than the other thing I would want to do to you right now, I want you to go back to your seat quickly.
Please forgive me.
Okay, now go quickly. Now back to our regular scheduled program. Only at the well, God. You can't get this nowhere else.
Amen.
I told these folks something crazy. I put on the internet, ain't nobody found me a church yet. What I was looking for, somebody to find me this place. I can't get nobody to find me nowhere yet. Now back to our regular scheduled program. Look now, of anise, cumin, and mint.
Amen.
Uh-huh.
And have omitted the weightier matters.
What do you do when you omit something?
Leave it out.
Just go on with it. Don't even pay attention to the rest of it. See, a lot of people sit around holding their churches. That's why I tell people, don't fall asleep with the name. There's a lot of people got the name. That's why people key in Pentecost, Sabbath day. They'll get these names and stick them in there and call themselves Church of Christ, Church of God. They'll get a key in there, and they'll think that umbrella everything they do. When you take these names on, you got to make sure you're in every behavior.
That's right.
Amen.
Because here these people were doing something that he strictly told the people to do now. Moses gave them this. Now, he just told them that you pay tithes of anise, cumin, and mint. He said, but you have omitted the weightier, something that was more heavier.
That's right.
Something that had more substance. He didn't say, listen to what he told her. Let's see if he told her, had you done this, you ain't have to pay tithe. Listen to the book.
Amen. And have omitted the weightier matters of the law.
The heavier part of it. Listen what?
Of the law, judgment, mercy, and faith.
What you need to do with these?
These ought ye to have done.
Ought mean what?
Expected.
Expected. You were obligated to do these. And then he said, don't worry about paying your tithe. Read when he said, don't worry about paying your tithe.
These ought ye to have done.
And what else?
And not to leave the other undone.
He never said don't do that. He just told you make sure you do this first.
That's right.
He said some other things you need to make sure you do before you be paying your money now.
That's right.
Amen.
What y'all think? People think when I be saying stuff, how many I tell people you ain't obeying the word? Keep your money.
That's right.
They think I just be running my house. They didn't even know I had Bible.
Amen.
He said these ought to have done.
That's right.
If you ain't doing these, paying your tithe, they're going to send you to hell. Give the money to all you doing just buying your first class ticket to hell and you can go for free. He said these were more heavier than what you were trying to keep. See, there are churches and religious people that sit around and they find particular things that's comfortable, that suit them, their behavior, and they say, this is enough for me. You can't never settle yourself out. You can't never be comfortable because the word always going to grow you. 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 18 said, but grow in grace and in the knowledge, which is information. If you grow in grace, which is undeserved favor. I wish I had a plan.
Amen.
See, there are so many things we'll miss if we don't be careful. We talked about on Wednesday how when he talking about in the second chapter of the book of Hebrews, how we ought to get them more what?
Earnest
To the things which we what?
I've heard.
Let's say any time.
Let them slip.
You'll omit them. You'll forget. When something slipped, what happened to slip your mind? You forgot. You were supposed to slip my mind. I forgot. And if you don't be careful, that's what happens with people sitting around the church when the word comes. When they get outside the building, when it's over and you get there, may the Lord watch between. Well, what that song they got? While we are out. No, don't try to say the prayer for song. Sing. Oh, okay. That brother Diamond, he got a twin too. I'm gonna get his twin for that. If I hit you with your brother, come on for a minute. Come on for a second. I want to see something. Hold on, we can go to a commercial. When Good Time and all that, who get the with them? When Good Time and Fred Son are gonna. You a twin? That means y'all split. What they call?
Embryos.
Who?
Embryos.
No. They're fraternal.
They got their own. What they
They're
got?
fraternal. They're two different.
Brother Kerry, hold on. I'm gonna check behind, bro.
No,
Somebody help me.
Justin got the answer.
Justin got what they did, Justin.
No, they did.
Come here, Brother Justin.
They're fraternal. Two different eggs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get another commercial for Justin.
Yeah.
What are they? Y'all?
No, they're fraternal. They're two different eggs.
They're fraternal, yeah.
Two different eggs.
They're not identical, but they
Two
split.
different eggs.
They two different eggs.
Uh-huh.
Come back here, come back here. You didn't know what you was. I just helped this man right here. I thought we helping people. That man didn't know. Yeah. But I was just trying to say, do you ever you could feel stuff from your brother, or that they would try to transfer? I'm just curious. You ever?
You could just probably think the same.
I
I
do.
may say something. Well, he's probably about to say something, and I was just about to say it. Other than that, that's about it.
So I remember one time, I remember him telling me that you had broke your ankle leg and he felt it, didn't he?
Ooh, I don't know.
You broke your leg or
But
something?
yeah,
He said
broke
go
my
kind of feel it, something like that. And he's supposed to be here tomorrow, but I don't think he's gonna be here. That makes sense. Maybe he felt it. And don't mess up my song when I'm trying to teach folks stuff. I got you too for that. Now back to what we were talking about, omitting the weightier matter of the law. We have
That's
to
right.
always make sure we keep in tune. There's got to be a completeness when you got God's word. You can't have favorites about it. All of it's got to be favorite. Now back on where he over here, listen to what he talked about him in the 7th chapter of the book of Mark. He said he left off at verse 8.
Amen.
When he talked about how they laid aside the commandments of God to keep their own tradition, how they made his of none effect by their traditions. All right? Now, are all traditions bad? We'll search the Bible and we'll find our traditions bad. And you hold for me, see that 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. Now, you might have looked for me. I might be rushed. See if it's verse 14 and hold that for me. I'm thinking 2 Thessalonians 2 and 14 is what I'm thinking. So you hold over there. If it ain't, you find it with that little bitty Bible, them little bitty. I told you to get a bigger Bible. You could have been over there. Come on, Brother John. This is Mark 7 and 8. Listen to the book.
For laying aside the commandment of God, ye hold the tradition of men, as the washing of pots and cups, and many other such like things ye do.
So it wasn't just that. He said some other things they were doing they got from men, and they made those more valuable than they did. Pastor appreciation, they got that stuff from God. They got it from man. You better not miss it. Isn't that right? Church anniversary, choir anniversary, a whole lot of things we got. And these look like good formulas to put inside the church. Take care of the pastor. Why wouldn't we have an anniversary? It's just to commemorate every year he there.
Yeah.
But you know what happened? You start laying aside the commandments of God. He said, and other things you do. They ain't just with your washing pots in your hand. He said, with some other things you do too. Listen what he told them what wind up happening with these things. Listen.
And he said unto them,
And he said unto them,
full well ye reject the commandment of God.
Now, somebody might say, whoa now. Just because I'm so real adamant about making sure our hands clean and washing pot, don't eat nothing unless I wash my hands. Now you don't wait to say I done reject it. He don't move from laying aside till you reject it.
Amen.
Had this conversation not changed?
Amen.
Now he's gone to you have rejected. That's why you got to be careful. They slipped. Now it moved from laying aside to you have just totally rejected. You have not kept your obligations willingly of your own accord. You have rejected. You refuse to do these things. Listen to the book.
Full well ye reject the commandment of God,
That you may do what?
that ye may keep your own tradition.
You check most of these churches and these religious organizations set up now. God ain't them. No more than his name on the building. No more than that so-called fake man. They got that gold man on the table doing like this with his blowing wig. He ain't in now.
That's right.
He ain't on schedule. Come on, y'all know how we keeping it real.
That's right.
Listen to the book now.
For Moses said,
What Moses said.
honor thy father and thy mother, and whoso curseth father or mother,
What Moses say?
let him die the death.
Y'all hear that? What the law told him. He bringing them back to some other things they done. He said, you don't reject it. Listen what he said now.
But if ye say,
But now listen what you see.
if a man shall say to his father or mother, it is korban,
which is say what?
that is to say, a gift by